Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. So today I want to teach us how you can cut a half maxi circle skirt. Okay, a lot of people always have problem, especially if they are using Ankara fabric. So I want to show us how you can cut a maxi skirt using Ankara fabric, and it's going to have a joining. So first thing first is to take the measurements that will be needed. So the first measurement that you need is to take the waist measurement. So I'm using my mannequin as an example. You take the waist measurement, make sure it's very firm. Okay, that's the first thing you want to measure. Then secondly, you're going to measure the length of the skirt you're working with. Since it's a maxi skirt and it's floor length, so you just measure the length of the skirt. So next thing, we're going to calculate the radius of our circle. So I'm using a waist measurement of 26 inches and the length of my skirt is 42. So the next step will be to calculate our radius. So for you, just change the waist measurement to your own waist measurement and the length of your skirt. So radius is waist circumference divided by pi. Pi is a universal constant, which is 3.14. Okay, so for radius, you divide your waist by 3.14. I hope that is clear. So my waist is 29 divided by 3.14. That's approximately, I think 9.2 or so, approximately. Okay, so you should input your own measurement there, which is your own waist circumference. The pi is constant. Okay, so this is my own measurement. Now you don't need to put seam allowance, you don't need it, sorry, you don't need to put zip allowance because the fabric will stretch since you are cutting on bias. Well, so we're going to use the length of the skirt and the radius to measure out the amount of fabric that we need. So this is my fabric here. Okay, so the first thing I want to measure out is the length of my skirt. So the length of my skirt is about 42 inches. This is about 42 inches. Okay, then I will still add the length of my radius, which is a 9.5, sorry, 9.2. So I'll just make it 11 plus seam allowance. So I've added it together. So all together I have length of skirt plus radius measured out together. Okay, so with this measurement I will now have another fold. So it means that I have my length of skirt and my radius, which is about 52 inches. I have it in two places. I hope that is clear. Yeah, so if your length of radius and your skirt is, let's say, 40, so you're folding 40 in two places. So this is it here. I place it on the floor. I will trim out the excess now. So when you do this, the advantage of doing this is you're going to cut out the exact fabric that you need. You don't need to waste fabric. So next thing, I'm going to place this in form of a bias. That's in form of a triangle. Okay, so this is where the problem is. Ankara fabric is 45 inches. So you can see that after I fold, it's only the lower part that is up to. The upper part is not up to, which is one of the reasons for this tutorial. So before we do anything, I'm going to measure out the length of my radius first. Okay, then we'll look for it to balance up that part. You guys should not mind me. I needed to cut on the floor so that we can see. So I'm measuring out the radius of my skirts, which is 9.2. So I'll just do 9.5. Okay, yeah. So I'll just mark it round. Then I'm going to chop that place off. So and I'll also add my half-inch seam allowance to that measurement. So I'm just trimming out the radius, but I added seam allowance to the lower part there. Okay, so now next step is to measure the length of my skirt. So I'll measure it from the original measurement there. I'll measure it all the way down to the length of my skirt, which is supposed to be 42 inches. So I'm just measuring the length of my skirt up till the lower part of the fabric, not the part that's been short. Okay, I don't know how to put that. Just measure the length of your skirt. Okay, so mine is 42, so I'm just marking it round like so. Ignore the fact that one part of the fabric is shorter than the other one. Just mark it. Okay, so sorry, I had to cut on the floor just to be sure that the tutorial is clear. Okay, so I'm just Trying to confirm my measurement there. So usually at the tip, at the tip of the fabric, that's in the other end, you should have the exact measurement if you followed the tutorial properly, or if you marked it correctly. So I'll just trim out the part I do not want. So here I have my half circle, but we can all see that one part of the fabric is not up to. So that brings us to the part where we'll need to add extra fabric for joining. Okay, so it's a very simple thing, nothing serious, very simple. All you have to do is now, this is the part where we have the shortage. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to fold my remaining fabric. I'll fold it into two, because that part that is not up to is on fold. So this is my fabric here. I'm going to fold it into two like that. Then the part where I have the fold is where I will place on this side, because that side too has a fold. So I'll place it like this, like so. Then we'll have to start measuring the length of my skirt all over again for this other side here, so that we'll now get the exact measurements that we need. So from my waist there, I will measure the length of my skirt again. So I'll mark it. I'll keep measuring it from the radius. The length of my skirt is 42 inches, but I think I made mine 43 because of seam allowance. Okay, so I'll just keep measuring. Okay, till I get to the arc. Okay, I'll just keep measuring. I'm really taking my time to explain. Yeah, so if you are really benefiting from this video, kindly subscribe and leave your comment and reaction. Okay, and do not forget to share also. So I'm done marking it. I'll just cut along that curve. I'll cut along this curve, and then that will make up for the shortage that we have. Now, assuming you are making this skirt with a fabric whose length is about 60 inches, you might not need to do all this. But if you're working with Ankara fabric, there's no two ways about it. You have to join, because the length of Ankara fabric is not long enough. So I'm notching the center and the center of the main skirt itself. So now I'll just use my my pin. Yes, I'll pin it together at the center. I already notched it, so it's very easy for me to locate the notch point. So I'll just pin it like so. Okay, I'll use my office pin to pin the center there. So it is here now. I'll take to my sewing machine and run a stitch. So quarter to half inch is fine, just to join, that pieces and the main skirt together. Okay, so I'll just pin it, and I'll pin the other side too. So I'll just take it to my sewing machine and I'll join it. Now we've not started sewing the main skirt. I'm just joining this part that has a shortage. Okay, so once you join it, you press it very well. Nobody will even notice that you have to do any joining. So now to the band. For the band, the width of your band, you're going to make it 5 inches. Then after you fold it, as in you add interfacing and fold, you left with 2.5 inches as seen. Okay, then the width now should be your waist circumference plus allowance for zipper. So on fold, quarter of my waist circumference is 14.5. That's 29. So quarter of the waist to be sorry. Half of my waist circumference will be 14.5. I beg your pardon. Then plus 1 inch for zipper allowance. On fold, please. Okay, so do not forget to put interfacing in order to make your band firm and stable. So I've notched the center of my band. And then for my skirt, let me quickly show us where I had the joining. I've joined it already. Okay, that's the part that had a shortage on the skirt. So I've already joined it. Okay, I'm joining it already. Let me just quickly show us before we go ahead to fix the band. I'm trying to. Okay, yeah, this is it here. So like I said, if you sew it, if you iron it very well, nobody will even notice. Okay, so that's the joining there. Now next step is to fold the skirt into two and notch the center. You notch the center of the skirt. So this is it here. Okay, so and I've already done that. So I'll open up my skirt like so, and I'll place my band on it. So for the band, I will start sewing from inside. So I'll attach my band to the wrong side of the skirt, okay, as seen, like this. So I'll just pin it, then I'll sew with for this inner part, I'm going to sew with just 3/8 or quarter of an inch, not half an inch. It is the outer part that you attach with half inch. So I'll just attach the pins like so. I'll go ahead and sew half inch seam, sorry, quarter of an inch seam allowance. Then for the finishing part, this is the band here. So I'll just fold in half inch now, and I'll sew. So, and then I'll show us the outcome so far. So this is it. I already fixed my band. Next step is to fix the zipper, and then I'll wear it and show us the outcome. So yeah, I'll fix my zipper now. And here it is. Very simple. Like, I made this skirt under 30 minutes. Seriously. Like, yeah, 30 minutes. Didn't take me time. So it's a very simple tutorial. I hope you learned something. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.